The next technology piece we're going to talk about is AFS AccuTurn for Case IH application equipment. So, what does AccuTurn offer for Case IH application? It allows for hands-free end-of-row turning. So when the machine is running auto guidance and gets to the end of the field, the operator has no need to take control of the vehicle. AccuTurn will plan a turn path at the end of the field based on some predefined parameters and will automatically turn the machine onto the next swath. AccuTurn's intelligent path planning means out of work time is minimized as the machine spends less time turning around at the end of the field while doing an application job. Also, the path planning ensures that the booms are aligned when returning back to work, so the machine will squarely be lined up with its next auto guidance path, ensuring that there's no skips in coverage on the end of the field. The intelligent path generation also accounts for odd field shapes and will mimic a human operator when turning on angled fields or in corners. AccuTurn plans and replans the turn as the machine is traveling across the field to ensure that it plans the most efficient path. And again, AccuTurn mimics a human operator by ensuring the booms stay within the field boundary and accounting for abnormal field shapes. AFS AccuTurn first became available back in the fall of 2016 for tractors. It was added to self-propelled sprayers and applicators back in fall of 2018. So the current supported vehicles are all Patriot sprayers excluding the 250 and 350, the Trident 5550 combination applicator, and Miller sprayers. On the Miller, this feature is actually known as spray turn. So what does AFS AccuTurn have to offer? AFS AccuTurn works with AFS AccuGuide to provide hands-free steering for automatic, repeatable end-of-row turns, maximizing a machine's turning accuracy and overall efficiency, all while reducing operator fatigue. AFS AccuTurn is very attractive to owners of large machine fleets. Automatic end-of-row turns can quickly turn an inexperienced operator into a master operator. It should be said, though, AccuTurn is targeted for broad acre scenarios like applying burn down, liquid fertilizer, or any broad acre crop protection application. AccuTurn is not, however, targeted towards row crop applications. Consider an application in a standing cornfield. Most operators will drive between the crop rows and the headlands wherever possible when they turn around. AccuTurn has no mechanism to sense existing crop rows and therefore cannot draw a turn path that stays between crop rows. With that being said, AccuTurn can be used in certain row crop scenarios just so long as the grower is not concerned with running over crop in the headlands. One really nice feature of AccuTurn is its speed coaching. For sprayers, an operator has to input a manual speed. The shape of the turn and the path planning is completely dependent on the manual speed that's been configured. A good rule of thumb is to configure the manual speed to the speed the operator typically drives when manually steering the machine in a headland turn. What the speed coaching provides is information as to the time and distance to the end-of-row turn. The speed coaching will inform the operator if they need to slow down to match the manual speed that's been configured. This will ensure that the machine follows the planned turn path exactly. This keeps the operator safe and informed so that they can be prepared for when the machine will execute a turn. Speed coaching comes in the form of a pop-up on the Pro 700 as the machine approaches the end of the field. The operator does have to press OK to make the pop-up disappear and return to the run screen. And if the operator doesn't want to utilize the end-of-row turn, they can just press cancel. AccuTurn is extraordinarily simple to set up, especially when compared to other competitive auto end-of-row turn systems. AFS AccuTurn is a feature activation, so the first step is to generate an unlock code for the Pro 700 and input it into the display to activate the feature. Then, you'll navigate to the AccuTurn setup page in the Pro 700 toolbox menu. Next, you will set up and define the auto end-of-row turn trigger point and a few other parameters. Next, you'll add the AccuTurn user-defined window to a run screen. The UDW allows the operator to interact with the most relevant AccuTurn features while operating. And once all that setup is complete, you can start making turns. AccuTurn utilizes existing machine settings from AccuGuide. The path planning technology was actually derived from the Case IH autonomous Magnum tractor that debuted back in 2016. Software that was developed for that concept tractor utilizes existing AccuGuide parameters to plan consistent and accurate end-of-road turns. So let's talk about a few more features and setup items for AFS AccuTurn. First of all, let's talk about the headland trigger. For application equipment, headland is the only trigger point that's available. And what this does is ensures that the operator records a field boundary. This way the Pro 700 has a way to understand where the edge of the field is, and it can plan a path that keeps the booms within the field boundary, thus eliminating any risk of the boom striking anything on the edge of the field. Auto turn early is another feature very important for sprayers. When auto turn early is enabled, the Pro 700 will automatically plan a path that triggers the turn a little bit earlier than normal so that the boom stays within the field boundary. Next up is auto turn early. When this is turned on, it allows the operator to put in a manual buffer zone for the boom tip and the boundary. So essentially it allows the operator to define how much space there should be between the boom tip and the field boundary when the Pro 700 is drawing a turn. And that's where the boundary buffer comes in. That allows the operator to define how much space they want between the boom tip and the edge of the field when they're turning around at the end of the field. Next is manual speed. For sprayers, the operator has to define a manual speed, or essentially what speed they plan to be traveling when they're turning at the end of the field. The software will draw consistent turn geometry based on the manual speed that's been configured. And it's up to the operator to listen to their speed coaching and drive whatever their manual speed is when the machine is automatically turning around at the end of the field. Next up is swath skipping. Swath skipping just simply allows the operator to define whether they want to turn onto the next swath, or if they want to skip a swath, or if they want to skip 2 swaths, etc. And then minimum turning radius is also a very important feature. Minimum turn radius basically gives the software a limitation to how tight it will draw a turn. So minimum turn radius needs to fall within the parameter of the vehicle's actual turn radius. Next feature we'll hit on is help menus. On the AccuTurn screen in the toolbox, there's a help button. By pressing that button, the operator can access help menus for all the setup parameters for AccuTurn. So if there's ever a time that the operator is confused as to what feature does what, they can simply go into the help menu and get a little bit more information on how they need to properly set up their machine. So in summary, AccuTurn can provide quick and consistent turns that are accurate. They help to optimize the machine's productivity and reduce operator fatigue, allowing owners to get the most out of their Case IH application equipment.